Number one way to make yourself a super champion: live in a different world. You can type it on the comment section. Live in a different world. What others are doing, do it differently. So that by the time you are your own, you are seen doing your own in a different, it's brings surprise to people. Why is this person doing his own differently? Because you are living in a different world. When you project yourself to live in a different world, you will see what those who are living in this world are not seeing. You see more than others because you are processing thoughts and you are thinking in high dimensions. What others are not thinking, what others are not doing, what others are not practicing, the insights that others are not getting, you are getting it because you have subjected yourself to live in a different world. So you must be able to live in a different world to now control what happens in the other world. That's how to be a super champion. You can be an ordinary champion. You can be a mini champion, but to be a super champion, you must be ready to live in another world. In your thoughts, in your thinking, in your developing capacity, you must be ready to think what others are not thinking. How many of us who are watching have spent up to 1 hour thinking, not talking to anyone, trying to think? What you are thinking is a particular thing, that's a particular problems. You are trying to think through solving it without even assessing how it has been solved in the past. How because it takes one person to solve a problem. Whether in the past, even if it is 1 million years ago, somebody started solving a problem by thinking. Another generation came and advanced on that problem or do less in that problem solving. Another generation came, advanced in that problem solving. And so this is your generation. You are in this new generation. You are to advance on the problems that others have solved in a life in the past. You are to advance it. So to be successful in that, you must be ready to think differently. It's the same thing as living in a different world. Number two, ways to make yourself a super champion. Build a possibility mentality. Sometimes you encounter people and you give them problems, or a certain team, you give them problems to resolve, to solve for you. While they are trying to source for the materials to solve that problems, you find out that they will return back to you to say, this problem can't be solved. That's the language some use. Some will use the language of, it's not possible. Some will come back to you and report to you that, please, we can't find this. It's not possible to assess this problem. They are reporting back to you because you are the super champion. You are the super champion. That is the reason why they are coming back to let you know that this can't be solved. Because they see you as the master. They see you as their master. But you can do more than your master. Your master spent time to think and give you problems to solve. Your master spent time to make things work out. You are coming back to him to give you solution to the assignments you are given by your master in the team. But you can be noticed by your master that this person is excellent. This team member is exceptional. This team member is like myself, is a super champion. Because why? He doesn't come to me for solution. He masters the process and advance on the process. He sees solution faster because he does not just try to resolve problems in in the field, he goes back home or he goes somewhere while others are resting, maybe at night, I don't know why, when others are taking time to do other things and disconnecting their thoughts from the target or the challenge, the super champion will sit down and start putting one or two ways to make that challenge work. You know, when you solve mathematics and you encounter problems that is giving you some challenge, you encounter problems. You see, for the smart mathematics solver, they will go back and sit down and bring the mathematics to their head and start thinking way out. There was a particular time I attempted advanced mathematics while I was in secondary school. Advanced mathematics that you can solve in the university. I already understand the normal formula, the secondary formula of handling that mathematics. You know what I did? I solved that mathematics over and over and over again. Then I sat down and started thinking on ways to handle such a problem in a very short way. I was looking for the shortest form I was looking for the shortest formula to solve that problem. The formula was not in a mathematics. I was looking for how to solve that problem without using pen and biro to bring formula down and start following each process until you get to your final answer. I was looking for a way not to apply mathematical solution, but an advanced mathematical and a self-generated formula to solve such problem. You know what I did? After thinking and thinking and thinking, I processed much thoughts. I gathered the old formula. I tried to create a new formula to that mathematics that it will take you to solve within 10 minutes before you get answer. I solve such mathematics within 1 minute without using pen and biro. And think of this, not just ordinary mathematics, but university mathematics. So when I succeeded in this mathematics, I raised alarm. I went to the university, those who I know there, I told them there's a particular mathematics I saw in your textbook. I have a simpler method to solve it. They shouted that never in their life that I can ever solve such problem. I said, okay, if you doubt me, give me any problem in that subject, mathematics. They said, okay, we'll try you with one. Because to them, it takes up to even more than 10 minutes to solve, to get answer. So I told them, I can solve it without the use of pen to put down formulas. They thought I was joking. They gave me the problem and they put it down. They said, solve it. I was looking at it. They were looking at my eyes. I was looking at the problem. They were looking at my eyes. They were surprised. I'm trying to bring out the answer. I was not holding biro. So in their mind, they were thinking it's very much impossible. I will disgrace myself. I don't know what I'm doing. So I looked at the mathematics, I looked at it in less than 1 minute. I turned to the person, I said, this is the answer. He shouted. I told him the answer, exactly the answer. He gave me another one. I looked at it. Just before 1 minute, I used the same formula that I processed myself. I organized myself and I told him the answer. He shouted again. He started begging, please, I need the formula that you are using. I started laughing. He said he needs the formula that I am using. That the formula that he knows, it will take you 10 minutes. I said, okay, solve it, let me see. He started solving it. Write the first line, second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line, sixth line, seventh line, eighth line, until he got the answer. That is the same thing I just looked at without the use of pen. I prefer solution. That is what advanced thinking can do. That is what doing things in a different way, that is what it gives you. That is what resolving problem in this world from another world. That is what it will give you. So try to build a possibility mentality. 3. You remember I said 20 ways to make yourself a superstar, super champion in the team. Number 3, be more interested in the team's goal. Some team members goes to sleep when they are given target or challenge. They go to sleep. That's what some team member will do. But only the interested one that wants to project themselves, that wants to be noticed, that wants to be a world star, that wants to be a super champion. This happens in all spheres of life, not just only in team capacity. Not just only in team capacity, but also in every walks of life. It is applicable in every walks of life. Be more interested in the team's goal. Build interest. Build interest. Don't say it is very difficult. This challenge, marketing is difficult. Organizing staff in a company is difficult. Handling targets, meeting up with targets that you are giving is difficult. Because when you are asked to give targets, your instructor or supervisor or your manager will give you the way out. After you have been to the field or after you are trained, sit down again. Think about better solution. Advance on the solution you are giving. Ensure you build interest. Like it. Do not look into the pay that's targets or that's what they are paying you. Look beyond it, because it's self-development mentality that you want to create. You want to develop yourself. Remember, is a super champion. What is super champion for? What is super champion for? To meet goals, to be world star, to be noticed, when you are a super champion, people seek to know you. You are part of the news headline. You are part of the news headline, because it's not easy to become a news headline. You are part of the news headline. People want to study you because you are a super champion. It's not a talent. To be a super champion is not a talent. It is self-development. So be more interested, build interest. Then number 4, be first to make attempts to solve problem faced by the team. Be first to make attempts to solve problems. Be the first to make attempts to solve problems. Problems are challenging. Problems you can't resolve problem easily. No. You deliberately attempt to solve problems. Be the first to do it. For example, you are in a meeting and your team is in a meeting with the team leader or the team supervisor, and he asks a question like this: how do we resolve some problems in the company? Maybe some problem came up in a company or in your establishment, and maybe the problem can be how to maybe you have bad road leading to your company, and for that purpose you are having less patronage in that company because the road is so bad. So, and he's asking a question: how do we overcome this? The sales is becoming poor. A response to business is getting low by the day. A lot of things are happening in that company that is making the company to fall. So he's asking a question: how do we solve this problem? Everybody keeps quiet, but only a super champion, they are not afraid to make attempts to solve problems. They don't wait for others to be the first, because that is what makes you a super champion. If you must be a super champion, you must be the first to speak. You must be the first to contribute. You must be the first to provide solution when solutions are scarce. If the second person open his mouth to speak before you, the degree of your championship is reducing, is coming down, is getting lower. The degree of your championship is reducing, is getting lower. So you must be the first to speak. Create solution immediately. Do not wait. That's how you can be noticed. That's how your supervisor will say there is something different from this person, because the person is operating from an advanced mentality, is operating from a higher mentality, because he has processed such thoughts. Even if it's a new challenge, be the first to open your mouth to speak, to profess solution. So make attempts to resolve problem. Be the first to make attempts. Do not wait for someone to take your place. Remember, for you to be a super champion in a team, be the first person, number one, to make attempts. Do not wait for the second or the third person to speak before you. Be the first to provide solution, to suggest solution. Suggest the first solution. If it's not taken, give it another one. When your supervisor shakes his head at you that yes, there is something meaningful at what you are saying, then you have gotten a star. You have gotten a star. Then go forward to getting the second star. So, number 5, remember we are treating 20 ways to make yourself a superstar in the team. Number 5, develop a means to see ahead of others. Please, I may not treat all the series in this live section. I'm going to revise. I'm going to stop at this level. We'll come back again. So I'm stopping at number 5, developing a means to see ahead of others. Remember, our first way is live in a different world. Build a positive mentality. Number 5, develop a means to see ahead of others. If others sees better than you, then you cannot be seen or regarded as a super champion in the team. Remember, your goal, your aspiration, your targets, your desire, your drive is to be the super champion, is to be the best in the team, among the team members. That's your desire. So develop a means to see ahead of others. If you cannot see better than others, you cannot be a supervisor of a team, neither be a super champion in the team. If you cannot see ahead of others, your ability to understand better, your ability to see ahead, your ability to see clearer, because the more you think, the clearer it becomes, the faster solution gets to you. The more, because you can have 5, you can process 5 solutions for just one challenge. You can process it. That is because you have developed yourself to be problem solver. Develop a means. If you cannot see ahead of others, you cannot be the first to recommend to others. You cannot be able, you are not able to see, you are not able to develop yourself to see ahead of others. Remember, it takes process to develop. Development is in stages. You develop yourself, meaning you have to look for ways or strategy to build, to see ahead of others. Development is in stages. You have phase 1 development, you have phase 2, you have phase 3, you have phase 4, you have phase 5, you have phase 6, and so on and so forth. So if you are still in stage 1 development, you cannot see ahead of others. If others are already in stage 4 and you are in stage 1, you better look for ways to climb to that stage 4 development to start seeing ahead of others. If you get to stage 4, advance to stage 5, advance to stage 6, advance to stage 7, advance to stage 8, advance to stage 9. Note this, you must keep advancing to see ahead of others. You must keep advancing. You must keep advancing to see ahead of others so that you can remain the superstar in the team, in whatever you pursue in life. Education, religion, business, politics, all walks of life, entertainment. These are all applicable. These are all applicable. Thank you very much for joining my live section today. I look forward to seeing you participating in other sections. This is just part 1 of, remember, we are treating making yourself a super champion in the team. We are going to give you 20 ways by which you can make yourself super champion in the teams. Note this, those 20 ways, among those 20 ways, you can't find anywhere, because they are thought processed method to become a super champion. They are thought processed methods to become super champion. You can't find them in a book. You can only find them in me.